Sitting on a park bench one day, you came down and sat next to me. You had my heart fluttering, baby, like a pair of butterfly wings. I seemed to talk for hours about everything we knew. And when you went away, baby, Lord, right then I knew that there's only one woman for me. You showed me things I'd never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. There's only one woman for me. It's been 2 years, baby. Oh, you're standing there. I see the love in your eyes, wind blowing through your hair. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, the love we shared. And I knew in my heart, baby, none would ever compare. And there's only one woman for me. You showed me things I've never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. We talk for hours, made love on the beach. You are my dream, my only fantasy. Then one summer day, my darling, you went away. You flew up to heaven, you see, got your own pair of wings. Though it broke my heart, I remember everything you taught. There would never be another woman that could mend his heart. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I've never seen. Whoa, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I've never seen. Whoa, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Friday afternoon. It's the first Friday of the month. First Friday?
Is it the first Friday?
Yeah.
I guess it is. It's March 3rd. I feel like it's been March for more than a minute.
I gotta tell you, this is a birthday month. I know that some people celebrate.
I'm aging rapidly before your eyes.
I'm totally exhausted. You know, you should have a shake because you gotta chill out.
You're off. Everyone's chill but me. Everyone, Sally, they're all chilling but me.
They're all chilling?
Yeah, they're all.
Yeah.
Everyone's
You know what that means?
calm and cool It's English. It's not British. It's English.
No, British.
It's English.
Have a spot of tea.
I'm the one running around
But
like
you
a crazy
gotta
person.
chill. She gotta chill out. You're too hyper.
Chill out,
Too
Dawn.
hyper.
I had just said that.
You know, there's good hyper and then there's bad hyper. You
I
have to
just
have.
said that to Lynn.
Did you?
Not that everything is good, but I had mentioned something similar, right, to you just now.
That I gotta
about
chill?
Chill out. Everything is good. It's going to be great.
You can't be this exhausted on a Friday.
Really?
Yeah, this is a Friday is when you step back and you chill out and you sort of just go with the flow.
Well, I'm excited because we had a great show. We started a little bit late because we had a special 1-hour edition of The Reinvented Life.
Have fun with that.
And now we've got a special edition of the Latin Hustle, which Bibi did not even know she was going to be doing.
I love when that happens.
But we got
She's
it right
like,
in,
huh?
and she's doing a whole new Latin Hustle on Purium and health products and getting into your best health, reinventing your life. So we're going to do the English side, they're doing the Latin side. We've got Sally and Lynn joining us, and our longtime friend Jay Harmon in the house.
Jay, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. Very
Talk
good.
it to your microphone.
Thank you.
Talk it to
Your mic?
It's
You
been
know,
a
it's
while.
been so long I don't even remember it.
They
And
yell
they're
at
still
you now.
singing Mike.
All right, hello. Can you hear me? I am right here and I'm doing well.
Woo! Welcome back, Jay.
Pencil artist.
Thank you.
Jay does the magical stuff that looks like a painting, a picture, and everything else. Those are actual pencils that he does it with. He's the maestro, and I'm going to light a candle for you because I had you talking to Bernie for an hour to see some of the new products that we're going to be launching come Monday. As you know, all the art in the studio is for sale. And we have Jay's stuff in Studio B all over the walls as well. And he has other things. So if you want to do something for your dog, for yourself, for your spouse, your girlfriend, he will actually put it together and make it look as good as that piece,
A
right?
special portrait. We had someone in last night who loved your James Dean. He said his uncle looked very much like James Dean. His hair actually was kind of the same way. He was a friend of Bernie's. Loved that picture.
Oh,
It's the people from Miami.
I got to tell you, Bernie, if all things set aside, he brings in numbers, which I love. Last night, JC had a crowd in front of her. She kept saying, okay, what's going on here? It was hilarious.
But you told me the cruise sold out since
And the
last
cruise
night.
is sold out.
How'd that happen?
I must have been the announcement we made this morning. It says they got bombarded. The cruise is sold. All the cabins are done until next year.
That's fantastic.
And you know, it was because I said you get to have dinner with JC.
I think it was a deep discount of $2,600 from $6,000. You can't beat that.
That was
9
nuts.
days at sea on a
That's
cruise on a
crazy.
Royal Caribbean Odyssey.
I thought it was a misprint. I even called her. I says, "Is this right?" And she says, "Yeah, that's right." I said, "Holy smokes!"
Well,
but
happy
gone.
Friday.
The cruise is gone. There'll be other cruises. As a matter of fact, the man that just left because he'll be back later. He gave me a whole lineup of cruises that they're planning.
I think he sent me 10 emails this morning in
11.
the middle of the night.
Yes.
I don't
The
know.
only cruise I'm taking is the one that we are going to be doing a show or two on, and our hosts are going to come with us and do a show as well.
Nice.
So I'm in the works with that. If he gives me that, I'm ready to go.
Very nice.
Anywhere you want me to go.
Well, happy Friday to you. You ready to go?
We'll pick you up in California. We'll go through the sewer. No, what is it? The Panama Canal.
Oh, love it. I'm not very good on geography. I don't know.
Yeah, it goes this way, that way. We'll pick you up in the snow. We'll bring you snow boots. How do you like being here? And you got more snow in California than they had in New York all year.
Our weather this year has been unbelievable. I mean, snow and rain, the likes of which we haven't seen in
First
a
it was
long,
drought,
long time.
then it was rain,
That's right.
and then it was floods, and now it's
I
snow.
feel like it's Passover.
Have the lakes, okay, you're from California. I sit there in the morning and I watch all this water, right? And you're letting it go out to sea. You're letting it go out to sea. What is it with you Californians?
What are you going to put in a bucket?
I don't care. Everybody should buy a bucket
Wash your hair with
and capture water because you guys had some severe droughts.
We had severe droughts for years,
Let's hold
and
your mic
now the
closer.
lakes cannot take the capacity.
sustain it.
They're having to let water out.
And so what happened to the lakes? They found bodies in some of these lakes.
Because
Did
they
you
all
read
dried
that?
out.
I'm not commenting on any of those bodies.
Okay, but are those lakes full again?
They're filled again. In fact, they're overfilled. Some of the lakes.
The lakes are filled again?
Yes.
What kind of
And
freaking
some of
drought
the
is this?
Not a drought. It can liquefy.
So now you don't need water? You're okay? No, there's no way. No way. You guys had severe drought for like 7 years.
It's the magic of God.
Now you
Filling it
have
up.
snow. Did you get snow?
We have snow in places we haven't had snow in decades.
Where do you live in California?
I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, so I live where it's called Marin County.
Do you love
Beautiful
it?
area.
Oh, that's the
love
hills.
it.
The hills.
Just love it. San Francisco's full of hills.
You have the rice-a-roni.
Mount Tam and the redwoods.
Well, here's the
San
great thing
Francisco
about
Bay.
Chanel. We've been producing the Reinvented Life show for about 3 years now, coast to coast, from California to South Florida. And we've never met in person until today. But yet, doorbell rings, and it was as if we've
We've
always
known her for
known her,
3
right?
years.
It wasn't, it's like family coming home, not as if we had never met you in person. And Ian, we've only seen virtually for the past couple weeks, and he's joining us live in studio. And what a show they had.
Impactful. Impactful. We're going to be playing that live on the radio and on social media on Monday night. What time? 8 to 9, right?
Okay, yes, 8 to 9.
8 to 9. Because we want you to get all the information that they're putting out there. I had a shake, and I was going to walk out the door and take a 15-minute walk.
How do you feel?
All of a sudden, my body's talking to me and says, we got to go. This is very difficult right now for me to sit here.
Really?
Yep.
Is
It
this
gives
supposed
you
to give
this
him energy?
burst. Where the
I
hell?
delivered on that.
Huh?
I delivered on that liquid sunshine.
You did. I feel like just going out and walking. This
Really?
is really. Remember the time we went? I
We
went
need
to
the
buy
song
milk?
Walking on Sunshine now. We're going to send you outside.
Remember the time we went to buy the milk? And I
Yes.
parked in the parking lot, and I said, "What the hell's going?" And I feel like that right now, but it's more. You can actually feel it going through you and saying, "Get up and go."
What's in this, Ian, that
I'm-
he was drinking?
It's called liquid sunshine. Your body's getting that cellular nutrition.
He's on it.
See if your mic is on. You have a green light on there? On the front?
There.
Okay.
Okay.
Liquid Sunshine.
Liquid sunshine. Yes.
Well, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna tell you now.
It's all
you-
minerals and vitamins. It's non-medication. It's not
No, not at
protein.
all.
It's all.
This is just very, very nourishing organic superfoods. There's no added vitamins to this. There's no isolates. It's just
So the first shake and the
Yeah.
50th shake work the same way. You get the same reaction.
yeah.
Holy smokes!
Yeah.
Now, I really try to focus, because I may babble a little bit. Otherwise, I got to go for a walk. I'm telling you the truth here. I'm being honest with you. You live in San Francisco.
Yes, right in the San Francisco Bay Area.
And I wanted to ask Jay, do you have any paintings or drawings? I don't even know what the hell to call it anymore. Any masterpieces of the bay, sitting on the dock of the bay or anything like that?
I don't, but I have seriously been thinking about doing, there's been so many pieces done of, of the bridge in San Francisco and, but I've wanted to do something with the, what is it, the Fisherman's Wharf?
Yeah, Fisherman's
That,
Wharf.
that area there with the boats and everything else, that would be, that would be a nice landscape to
We would love to
consider.
see it.
and all the seals.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All the seals.
The
I was
seals?
The
recently there.
seals.
You were there?
There are hundreds of
recently.
seals on the wharf.
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Really?
So,
I did. It's great. First time across the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah.
went up to Napa, visited the wineries.
How is
Wow.
Napa? They still have wine?
Oh,
Didn't the drought like destroy half of it or something?
well, no, it's sustained, and now with the water we've had,
Really?
beautiful.
The
So
vineyards
they
are
allow you to
beautiful.
water them, well now it's frozen, but they allow you to water them long and all that, yeah, right?
You
Gotta
can
water the
your
grapes.
lawns.
I want to, the reason I want to do this is because I want to open up a studio in California with the Reinvented Life, Reinvent AMP in
Yes,
California. And
we
what I
are
want
going
to
to
do
do it.
is I like to have Jay draw something like he did with, see that drawing over there?
Yes.
That's the first supper.
First
No, it's not, the
breakfast.
first breakfast.
First
Last
breakfast.
supper, first breakfast.
I'm watching this whole evolution here, Ian, of what
I'm
he's saying,
reinventing
what
life.
he's doing.
Chill out. So what I want to do is I want to do something where we have our ambassador in California take our concept and move it out there. Because Sally deserves to be in California. Your message deserves
She's
to
an
be.
astro projector. So.
I was just going to ask you if I could come to California with you.
All
and
in.
you just said that.
Oh, you're going to be on the cruise. You guys are going to be doing.
Absolutely, I
That's
can't
the
wait.
editor's desk and Call Me Zena. You guys are going to be on the cruise with us because
I'm
you
all
have
in.
to do.
This is
the
great.
show. That was my deal with him, and he knows it. So he's sending me all. What ship do you want to be on? Did you see some
I
of the?
can't wait for this shit.
Sally,
You
what's
may
your
have to stay
favorite
a little longer.
My favorite.
ship?
I don't know. I've just started cruising, so I.
She's got 3 more
Recently,
this
I just went on a cruise. The Celebrity Apex is an like
Celebrity?
Art, it's like an
Okay.
Art Deco
I've been
modern
on-
boat.
Holland America. I've been on a few. I just recently got married, and we seem to be cruising a lot.
Awesome. Yeah.
Well, he has something called the Sea Fair Yacht.
I've not had a chance to open my emails.
Seafair Yacht is bigger than this building. It is big.
Yes.
It's a yacht.
Oh, the yacht, yeah.
Yeah, and he wants us to do the entertainment on the yacht. And these are people that rent out this yacht just to have a gathering. So, you know, there's a couple of big shots on this thing.
Nice.
And that's usually our style. So I says, as long as I can take all my people,
That's our style.
big shots, yeah. Why are you laughing? You gotta give her a shake. You gotta catch up. But isn't it? I think that it would be phenomenal. I've always wanted to do something with California, so we have her on the screen. We're gonna have some pictures of California. We're gonna talk about reinventing businesses, amplify and reinvent.
Absolutely.
And we open up the network to this thing. I'm just excited about this whole stuff.
There's a whole lot going on in the studio. I think there's just new energies in here that I'm not used to feeling. Right? There's certain people's energies that we know. You guys bring a whole nother set of energies, which is exciting, and we just keep going, and you're feeling fantastic.
I am. And not
We
only
need
that,
to
we're,
have some chocolate. I feel
want
like I need to tell
chocolate?
you to have a piece of
He
chocolate.
can't.
I can't. You want
You
a piece of
can't?
chocolate?
Okay, but because
She'll
of
have
what you
one
were
for
just
you.
saying before, you need something.
You know, I can make you coffee and put a couple
No,
of
I'm
chocolate
good.
bars in.
It's for
Coffee and
you, Freddie.
Now, I'm excited to announce that starting in 2 weeks, countdown begins Monday. We are going back on the road, and we're looking for a place to do shows from. So we're going to attack Meisner Park and some of the other areas that we used to do back in the day. We're going to go back on the road. We're going to present the cafe on the road, but we're taking the crew with us, these bunch of munchkins with us. And we're going to look and see and give some giveaways and different things. And we're going to see how we get Chanel involved in this thing and with Jay, because there's going to be all sorts of. Jay may be doing a report somewhere else on the shoots, bringing his art with him. I remember when we were at the Heart of Del Rey, and we did I Picked Dieter, the grand opening.
Correct.
I asked them to give me Jay's works. Life is so fun.
I think Jay came with us for that, or Michelle came with us,
Michelle
right?
came. They did not bring Jay. They did not bring his artwork. And I got the owner sitting next to me, and I'm talking Jay up, and I'm waiting. Where's Jay? Where's Jay's art? Because I was amazed at his room. It was amazing. And he's sitting there, and he's sitting there, and they brought some other artist stuff in. So I'm gonna change all that. I'm gonna take Jay with us. We're gonna make some presenters. You have the artist is gonna do an interview like we did with the blonde. What was her name?
Amy,
No.
artist,
No.
sounds like
Tuesday nights.
Tuesday nights.
Yeah. Kind of sounds like.
It sounds like
It'll come
it's
to
not
you.
Laura. It's not
We used to do the radio station.
Meta. Oh, Jordana.
Jordana.
Oh, okay.
Jordana was with us one at a shoot, and I said, Jordana, here's a mic, go interview people. I didn't even know the woman. Less than I know him. And she says, I'm sorry, you want me to what? I says, I want you to go over there, stand in that tent, and interview people. And then 4 years later, she just finished shooting with us. For 4 years, she had a show.
Correct.
So I want to go out there. I want to take the cafe on the road.
But
I
I'm
wanna
excited.
take
We've
her
got a
on.
lot of new shows also that we can take with us.
Take us with us. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we need a bus. We need the Partridge Family bus. What the hell was in this thing? We need the Partridge Family
Told
bus.
you.
I totally need to catch up on whatever you're drinking. It's all I can tell you.
I got it. That second spoonful you gave me, that was packed.
Yeah.
That was packed. And I'm going to tell you, it's amazing. I'll shut up now.
I need my seatbelt on is all I can tell you.
Wow.
We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Jay Harmon, talk about whatever Freddie is drinking. I think you all need to have it. Talk to our good friend Sally and Lynn. And we have a meeting with Arthur next week. So a lot of good things happening.
I got to take a walk.
More to come. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties. Open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Are you compromising your medical care for doctors out of your network? Are you tired of dealing with referrals to see a specialist? Are you aware that you can save up to $155 a month on your Medicare premiums? You need an all-in-one benefits company that can help with all of your Medicare plan needs. Call today, All-in-One Benefits Group at 954-614-5488. We're here to find an all-in-one plan for you. 954-614-5488. Call today for open enrollment.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
We haven't seen her in a hot minute.
We gotta bring her in.
You gonna sing for us?
Don't get me started.
I know, I got to keep you calm. We're excited though. Yesterday kicked off National Reading Day, and we have all of author Frank A. Ruffolo's books right here in studio. And all I can tell you is what's happening in California. You got to read Gabriel's Chalice. Xanther Terror is the third one. We've got all of them. We've got Stuck in Traffic. Everything here is available for sale. They're all signed by Frank Ruffolo. And the amazing thing about Frank is he predicted all of these stories, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 years ago, and yet now they seem to come to fruition. It's amazing. He's incredible. He's our soothsayer, as they say. Like I was telling our new friends, everything here is about energy and the spirits and an alignment, and Frank is amazing. So check out the books. They're right here in the studio. To know more of which one you want, you can go to his website, frankaruffolo.com, and let us know. We'll keep your book here for you.
It's not only good reading, but it has a message, and the reason Frank is even doing this, and we're helping him get the message and put it out there. You got to read the stuff to really understand what's going on. He was given this gift to be able to tell you, so you can make up your own mind. But you'll be surprised of some of the things that he wrote in 2010 that are happening today, and they were all predicted in books. So we'll see.
Pretty amazing. All right, we got coffee news happening. We got to talk to Jay and see what he's been up to. Tell us what he's been teaching.
It's been a minute. Where you been?
It has. I have been quite busy. I've, I am working with now another part of what I do. I'm a teacher, and I'm a retired teacher, but now I'm only a semi-retired teacher because I am working with students in an after-school program it's called Kids Art. And I go to different schools around the county and work with kids in the after-school program in an art classes.
You're teaching them to do what you do?
No, this is a given curriculum, and we only have an hour at a time to teach kindergartners how to do beautiful artwork, and it's challenging. But I work with kids from kindergarten up through 5th grade, and you'd be surprised how much talent comes out of some of these kids that even their parents had no idea that they could do work like that. And my job is just to bring this talent out and for them to express it, because I go step by step with every picture, and it's not that difficult when they see it broken down into how it's done, and they can follow. I give them all the materials and everything they need, and so they're.
You give them the material.
Well, I bring the materials.
You bring them.
Not
the Board of Ed. You do it. You give them the materials, or does the school give them the materials?
No, it's through the program, through Kids Art.
Okay.
They furnish all the materials.
Okay.
And I go there, and they have a particular curriculum. I can follow it exactly as they want me to, if I want to, or I can change from it. And I usually, myself, I change from how they want it done, because if I know something works better than the way that they have, not saying that everything that I do is better than the way they want to do it, but if it's going to, I think, look better, I'll use a different thing. Like sometimes they want to use chalk pastels. I will change it to oil pastels. Or if they want to use a pencil, I'll change it to a pen if it just looks better. And I just want to see that, because the whole thing is to get the kids, they get to take home their artwork each week. And they get very excited about that, because this is something they can show mom and dad.
And the kids are how old? Elementary school?
Elementary school, yeah, all the way kindergarten to 5th.
Getting back in school, and I lose sight. I don't know if you do. When our kids were little, what it was like. We raise our kids, and then we lose perspective. You going back into school, does it give you a fresh perspective and just ground you a little bit more to say, "Wow, this is really what it's all about"?
It does, because you hear so much about the negative stuff with schools and everything. But going into the schools, I find that the schools are great. Almost every one that I go to, They're very good. They care so much about the kids, and the kids enjoy being there. And it's not like all the news that you hear about the schools. Of course, I'm only in elementary school, but still, it's where they get started. This is where everything is introduced to them, and they learn things, and they are just sponges. And that's what's that's what I really like about doing that.
We were talking to someone, I don't know if you were there,
She's going to bring that up.
and they said, we met the lady from the budget committee, but someone else had said if you actually pay attention to what your children do as children, what they love, whether it's gardening or automotive or cars or art, and you follow them through life, if they grow up to truly be what their passion was as a child, they are truly living in their purpose.
Right.
It's the noise that we put on them as you should be a this or a that or a this, and take them away from truly their calling. So I'm glad that you're doing that, because it opens their eyes to say maybe this is something that they really want to do.
It's something because they don't really have some of the schools don't really have a big art curriculum. And this gives them a chance to really have an opportunity to do art that they might not otherwise have a chance, because at home, what are they doing? They're on their computers or their iPads, or maybe a coloring book, and that's about it. That's all they see of art. But coming here, they get to experience all new medium, and it's different from what they have.
Who are you talking to? Me? My mic's on me. Jay.
Oh, Jay
okay.
raised his mic?
My mic's on.
Yes, no, they wanted you to raise it.
Oh, up here? Okay.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting because the conversation that we had with the budget committee lady was that, and Dawn brought it up to us, says, the first thing they cut in the school is art.
She's on the budget. She does budgets for all of Palm Beach County School District.
She's the money lady. She signs the
Yeah.
checks. And and it was this quiet, like, I said to Dawn, I'm saying to myself, I can't believe you just told her that.
I walk the walk.
She goes, yeah, it's true, but you have to understand every year the budgets get smaller because what's happening is they have to increase the monies in security.
You know where else they had to increase the monies? I didn't know this because when our kids were in school, they didn't have this. Mental health counselors
That's what
in
she
every
said.
school. So
That's
you
what
don't
she
hear
said.
about that, right? All you hear are the cuts in arts. You don't hear because they cut art because our kids are so stressed out and what's going on, the pulse of the community. They have to put mental health counselors in every school.
Well,
Sometimes two.
I think if they had more art, they would have less need for mental health counselors.
You see, I wish you were there. I'm saying to myself, I wish Jay was here to hear, because she's the lady. She's the money lady.
Yeah.
It isn't like we made an appointment to
Yeah.
meet her. We were at an event that she came up to Dawn, and the two of them are talking, and I heard, I do the budgets. I went, oh, I knew
I don't
Dawn
even
was
want to
going
do
right
our
there.
budget. Can you imagine being the budget for the entire school system? I can't, what that is like, and like the buck stops, no pun intended, with her of what it is.
And they got to work within the same dollar,
Yeah.
not bringing in new dollars.
I would love for her to come to one of my classes and just see what the kids are able to do.
Maybe you can bring some pictures of what your kids have created.
I'd be glad to. I document every class that I do.
Jay, if you made it a mental art therapy deal, and you talk about it, how mentally it is stimulating, so you won't need to put as much money, because they got a problem in the schools. I got to tell you, they got a huge problem. And with these guns and everything else floating all over the place, if they don't do something, the village is going to burn the schools down.
The thing is, like, I'm working with elementary schools. This is where you catch them. In elementary schools. If you waited until middle school or high school, it's too late.
It's too late.
So you need to catch them in elementary school. And this is where, if they get a feel for it, they have something else to hold on to, something else they can do. It's a new discovery then, and they say, wow, and they could go on and, who knows where they can go.
I was watching Ted. Ever watch Ted Lasso, anyone?
Uh-huh.
See the end of season 2 where he goes into by Phoebe's school and all the kids' artwork is hanging on the ceiling. So the uncle goes into his niece's school and the teacher's hanging up all the art because it's a big parent night to buy it. And he says, how come Phoebe's art's not here? And she says, well, let me show you Phoebe's art. And Phoebe had drawn some explicit art in elementary school. And he was cracking up, and he took it all, and he gave her like a wad of money and said, you can't put that down. But it's what parents do. You could sell these art projects for the kids and make some money for the school.
Yeah.
Get projects going that help with the mental stability of what's going on. You know, a lot of things occur at home, and the kids are bringing it to school. You know, it's like eating the wrong food. And what's happening here is that they're trying to throw monies and solutions by bringing in these counselors, and they're subtracting the things that the kids need to sort of use their hands and their talents and everything else to stabilize them. Maybe, I don't know, did you get a card from her?
No, maybe.
Maybe.
We've been at so many events. I don't even know.
I have an idea.
Lynn said to me, I sent you something. I said, where'd you send it? He said, Messenger. That'll be like the last thing I would ever check.
Yeah.
Pamela sent me something in Messenger. We weren't even friends. That's why I never found it until we followed each other. My email.
But I'd like to ask them, maybe we can get her number, and let's send them a care package. Let Jay send them a care package about thanking her, you know, if anything, and showing how mentally art does work, because it does. And if you don't believe that, let's bring her here. Because if you look around this room, it sort of calms you down.
Right.
Except if you drink that. It calms you down.
I think I need some.
I'm going to tell you, you need like a
I
whole
want to try the
bucket.
dark berry protein. I love
Berry protein, that's part of our collagen pack.
I love the whole look of that bag.
Yeah, you need a whole packet.
This is eco
So
packaging too.
delicious.
We're going to talk about that too.
But the colors and and making it vibrant, and you have Jay's art in that one room where we host our Spanish shows and everything else. And you turned it into, you painted it yellow, which is even more vibrant. So color. I tried to explain Gio, my son, how color is what we do. True. He doesn't get it. You know, when you're away from here, you say, you know, color is like a box of crayons. Yeah, okay, so what? But this is what we sell. It's the tranquility of color.
Well, branding, right? You'd think branding colors. And your son thought our branding colors are black, white, and green.
That's it.
That's your colors. But there's nothing black, white, and green about
this
anything here.
At all.
Right?
At all. And there's nothing. And even though we brought in the carpets that have the logo and everything else, color stimulates. Drawing stimulates.
Right. Exactly.
And more of that is needed. Maybe we send her a care package or something.
All right. Check out Jay's website, Colored Pencil Artist.
I no longer have the. I'm between websites right now.
Okay.
I took that one down. I'm between, but they can find me on Facebook, and I have Jay Harmon Art on Facebook, and they can also find me on Instagram. And I have a lot of my artwork still, you know, is displayed there. Come down to the studio here. You can see a lot of my artwork here, and I have other artwork on display in Wellington. I have, I have just trying to have some, have my art around as well as online.
You can commission Jay to do pet portraits. He's got some beautiful pieces here of horses and celebrities. You name it, some dancers. It's spectacular.
And if you want to buy Jay's art and money is a budget deal, come and talk to us. We now have financing on the pieces as well. We'll make a deal with you just to get the beautiful art in your house. You bring us the dimensions, and we'll sort of draw a wall to show you what it will look like and everything else. Come Monday, we're going to start that program. I'm excited about that. Because a lot of people come in and they want it, but this thing after COVID, there's a lot of other things right now that people are struggling to have. This will give you an opportunity to get it.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk health and wellness with our friends Ian and Chanel, and then we're going to head over to Lynn and Sally.
The Sally Circle.
Sally Circle. Stay tuned. A feeling circle, as Katie would say. We'll be right back.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are two good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
Call 855-350-4504. That's 855-350-4504. Call 855-350-4504 now.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight, guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're
Are we on autopilot? Are we on autopilot? Who's sailing the ship? Oh, okay. I'm thinking our board operator's standing here. Who's sailing the ship?
Sailing the ship. Okay.
We have to talk health because you're bouncing off the walls.
No, I feel better.
People have not seen the show yet, so they have no idea
I'm feeling better.
What happened.
I'm good. I'm more in control.
But we have to talk to Chanel. We have to talk to Ian because...
I don't know what the hell was in that thing, but I'm going to tell you, what a spark.
So I just have to set this up. Chanel is our good friend from Reinvented Life from California. Ian Farrar is her health coach that we see all the time on the Reinvented Life show, Mondays at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. You're having a little bit of health tweaks we need to make with your diabetes. And you said to me this morning, this is where I'm at. And I said, all right, let's see if we can bring somebody in to help you out. So I actually reached out to someone. I haven't heard back. And in walks Chanel, really Pamela Chanel David, and Ian. And you sit down and you have this conversation. And Ian starts jumping up and down. I got this. I got this. I'm going to make a difference in your life. And I thought, holy cow, it's only been an hour since you and I had this conversation. Of course, naturally, right, Sally? So you sit down, they do a show. We didn't even have a camera on you, but you were so interested and had so many questions. We quickly switched the set around, put you on camera, and now you're bouncing out of your seat. So I want to let you do the honors.
I tried, if you listen to the show again, it's going to air on Monday night. I tried the protein shake, and I had 2 cups. The second one had more than the first one. But the second one, you could tell was loaded. Now, I've done shakes. I'm doing shakes now.
Right.
And I could tell that the first one was light, and then the second one was loaded. And I drank it in the back. I drank it with Bailey. She says, how is it? And I says, this one is strong. And then when I sat down, all of a sudden, you start feeling this energy from your core. You know,
and the funny thing is, when we taste things, he normally tastes them and goes, I can't drink this. You drink it. He drinks it. He didn't even offer any to me. Offer it. He says to me, I want more. Give me a second cup.
I was
and
supposed
I thought,
to offer?
And I thought, remember we went to Hippocrates and you spit out
that
the
I
grass?
offer you all day. She gives me grass to eat. So I'm eating grass. I felt like a cow. Remember that?
So healthy things in you aren't really like synonymous.
It's not
But
healthy
something
things.
about this shake
Don't
you
say that,
like.
because then people are going to say I get what I get because I am who I am. No, some of it, you got to understand, I grew up in Puerto Rico playing football, and there was always a smell of the grass in my mouth because it always rains. It's a rainforest. And you ever seen wet grass the way it smells? Can you imagine all day in your life for 4 years that taste in your mouth?
Is that why you don't like it?
That's why I don't like salads, because it reminds me of those days, but I started eating them, right? But this thing, it isn't worth the way it went down. Forget about how it tastes. What happens is it begins to creep up on you. It's like your magic coffee over there.
I'm giving that up.
Oh, are you? Yeah. You don't mess with me. You tell me what you want, I give you. But
Okay.
this thing snuck up on me, and I'm sitting here, and I'm beginning to feel it. And if we didn't have a show, I would have gone walking. I swear, I would have gone.
All right, so we need to talk about what this is. These
What's
products
going on?
are through Purium. So let's introduce Chanel and Ian and bring them on the set. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe live from Studio Theater, as they say.
It is just such a pleasure to be here. As Dawn said, 3, almost 4 years of knowing them, and all of our work has been virtual. So to be here in-house, it's just extraordinary.
Good.
Absolutely love it.
I'll give everyone a little background about you, Chanel. You've lost a tremendous amount of weight for health reasons. Not even because they were aesthetic. It was you had to do
You
this
had
for
to,
health.
Yeah.
I had to save my life. 7 years ago, approximately almost 8 at this point, I was given by my doctor a year to live at best. I had to reclaim my health. I was morbidly obese. I had blood pressure issues, high cholesterol issues, blood sugars that were through the roof. I had absolutely abandoned myself and my own health. Today, I've reclaimed that. I've lost nearly, at this point, 170 pounds. I've got my sugars, my cholesterol, my blood pressures all in check.
170 pounds?
It is the equivalent of an entire adult. Imagine carrying around an entire adult.
How long did it take you to lose all the weight?
This has been a journey of almost 6 years, losing that much weight.
And have you changed your persona in the last 6 years? I'm sure you have.
It's been an incredible change. And it was actually how the Reinvented Life was born. Because I realized to shift my health, I had to shift my mindset. To shift my health, I had to figure out what those limiting beliefs were that I had and figure them out so what I could get rid of them. And today I live an active lifestyle. Today I want to do things that support myself, honor myself, be more graceful respectful to myself and mindful to myself. That's what it's all about. It is about creating, and that's how the Reinvented Life was born, the strongest physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually being I can be.
Gotcha.
We talk all the time there. You talk your talk, you walk, or you walk your walk. And Sally and I had a conversation the other day, and she says to me, you have to set your boundaries. You have to walk the walk and be your authentic self. And not just say, oh, I am who I am. You have to make the change, she said, because it's the only way you can be who you were meant to be is to make that change. I hear you. I'm
That's
working on
great.
it.
I love it.
And here Chanel sits as proof to everything we talked about. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that notion of I am who I am is actually a very, very dangerous place for people to be. At the Reinvented Life, we actually help people to identify not necessarily who they've become, but most importantly, where they want to go and who they want to be. And be able to do that in a way that is sustainable so that the change isn't as fearful for people and they can actually embrace it and have fun in the process.
Without judgment, because there are people who are morbidly obese and may say, I am very happy with myself. I am who I am. I love who I am, until your doctor says, okay, but you're not going to be. Do you remember when you went, they circled your body parts and said, if you stay I am who I am, you're going to lose this and this and this.
My doctor circled with a marker my body parts, and I said to him, what are you doing? He says, these are the parts I'm going to cut off. I said, you're going to what? He says, you want to continue this path? I'm just going to outline where I'm going to start. He numbered them, 1, 2. And I said to him, you know something? I get the message. And I dropped down to 192 pounds from 268. I dropped down. But the thing I most admire about this lady is that the consistency to keep going and to keep losing. Because you lose your weight. You know, when COVID came, I lost my weight because, I'll start again tomorrow. The mañana syndrome, right? We're going to start again tomorrow. I've been there, I've done that. Nah, man, that game doesn't stop because you've been there and done that. But what I like is how you've made changes, alternatives, to keep going.
Yeah.
And if this is the stuff you're using, holy smokes.
I got to tell you a secret, Chanel. Since the day we met you, don't listen. Every time you come onto the camera, he tells us how beautiful you are. And I'm like, we've never met her. He goes, but look at her. She's beautiful on the outside, and she's just as beautiful on the inside and helps people. And then you stopped doing your show for a little bit, and you came back, and right on cue again, he says, look how beautiful she is.
I mean,
look
you're
how
an
she shines. And honest to God, am I right?
True that. And I'll say it right to her. She's a beautiful woman. You are an inspiration to people. I mean, I go to Weight Watchers every Saturday morning, and I looked at the men and women in that room. And they got to do it their way. That's what Weight Watchers is all about. It's not even Weight Watchers. It's called WW now because they don't want to end the word weight in there no more. And I tell them, and they watch the show. They're watching now because I tell them watch every Friday. I tell them, you want to see inspiration? Watch it walk. Inspiration in motion is what I see when I see. And every time I see you, I look up there and say, all right, she's on the path. Because you inspire me to find this path. And this gentleman brings this product, man, I'm going to tell you. And I ain't going to tell you something that isn't true. Try this thing.
But I have to ask, when I met you, I was in the healthcare industry working with products.
Yeah, so you still are.
There are a lot of products on the market. So we're not here to say, try this, don't try that. We endorse this, we don't endorse that. We just want them to share their story in these products and what makes these different. Besides being organic, there's organic products, right? What makes these products different, and how do they help people?
Sure. Well, first and foremost, it's really great to be on again. And, in listening to what you just were saying, it's time to make a change to stay the way you are. Okay, decisions shape your life. And a lot of people are very indecisive in their day-to-day, and they complain about this, they complain about that, whether it be weight, whether it be lack of energy, lack of sleep. So it's really developing a new lifestyle pattern that's going to enable you to have that breakthrough. The Doors song, break on through to the other side. It's really true. So I had an epiphany and a wake up when I was in my mid-20s. I was a full-time athlete, and I was a pretty talented athlete, but I always had horrible digestion. I was eating the standard American diet. I was eating pizza, Burger King, McDonald's, and I still was winning bike races. Okay, I still
That's
was
pretty
going up
good.
110th Street Hill in Central Park and Prospect Park. I was
That's
racing
pretty
all over the
good.
Northeast. But the thing is, I really wasn't getting the nutrition, so I started to make some changes. So, just to speed up a little bit, I've actually been running with the flag with Purium Health Products for the past 20 years. Okay, Dave Sandoval, who's the author of the Green Foods Bible, and his partner Amy Venner, they're the manufacturer of these amazing organic superfoods. I mean, before organic was cool, they were making amazing organic superfoods. So I really looked for the best source to launch this company, with. So the Power Shake that you're all excited about, I'm not surprised that I've delivered on you, feeling a change in your state, in your well-being.
And you do feel it.
Okay, because that's liquid sunshine. The body wants nutrients on a daily basis and it's deprived. So it's going to grab some empty carbohydrates here. You're going to eat some protein over here. You're going to get some fats over here. It's just clogging the body up. The body will run only to a certain level. And then you have the breakdown, just like cars break down when they're not taken care of. The diabetes, the cancer, the heart disease. Now, I'm not saying that any of these products cure any of those things, because the body is an amazing organism. When it's given the opportunity to heal, it does a good job at that. That's what Hippocrates is all about. Let food be your medicine, and medicine, be your food. Hippocrates Health Institute, which is not too far from here. But the Power Shake has been a 20-year love affair. Okay, I am very happily married to my wife Bibiana over there, but I do have a love affair with these products. I can't wait every morning to use them. When I just got a notification that I just got an order that's waiting for me at our home in Orlando. I can't wait, because there's some of my favorite products that I'm out of. And the thing is, listen, your body's like a 90 space parking lot. Okay? And when you don't get those spaces filled, that's where you get these deficiency issues as you go forward in life. So superfoods, unlike a multivitamin, are really going to naturally fill in those parking spaces, if you get the analogy.
Right.
So Power Shake, it's awesome. Every day it's awesome, because your body wants awesome. It doesn't want mediocre. It wants awesome.
It's amazing, and, you know me that I've tried almost anything and everything out on the market, but the difference.
We even tried fermented beet juice. I mean, we've been on this
my
journey for
God.
8 years.
Great.
Right?
Oh,
You've
yeah.
done it all.
I cannot. There was a bag that had this
Spout.
this spout, and every morning I would, and then say a prayer and drink this red stuff. And at the beginning, it worked.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, it worked. But then it stopped working. It didn't stop working. I'm wrong. I'm saying the wrong thing. I stopped working the program because all of a sudden I saw that the sugar started going. I can have a pancake. Oh, I can have
There
it
you
this.
go.
I can have it that, because it's the mindset. It's the consistency level of staying the course.
Right.
Even if my sugar dropped to 102, which would be amazing, I can't go back to eating pancakes. I can't do that anymore. Those things are done. Accepting the fact here makes it better for here.
Right. Let me add something here. My coach many years ago, this was applicable to every aspect of life. Your relationships, your relationship with food, your exercise. You find your freedom within your discipline. If you're disciplined, you're going to be free. Okay, so if you're beating yourself up that, you have type 2 diabetes, you have a weight problem, you're this, that, and the other, it's the lack of your discipline to really focus on being free. Because when you're disciplined, freedom happens.
Yes.
Okay, I'm free. Listen, I'm going to be 55 this year. Okay, I'm probably the fittest I've ever been. Okay, and the majority of my days are on point because I'm disciplined on a daily basis. Some people have called me health freak, this, that, and the other. I'm just super knowledgeable about what's happening on planet Earth and what's going on with our food.
Do you
So-
eat regular food?
I do eat regular food.
Chanel, do you eat food?
Yeah.
I absolutely eat
Yeah.
regular food.
Well, how do you balance all of these products and food? There's, when I met you, I was a health coach. So there's the intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
There's the protein. There's keto. There's products. All supplements are not created equal by
No.
any means. And
No.
we're going to give a disclaimer. Do not stop your medication before trying these products or clearing it with your doctor.
That's right.
So don't ever stop. Just, they're a supplement to this. How do you take it? It's not a protein. Do you start with the protein shake in the morning, drink this mid-morning, protein shake for lunch? When do you eat food? I mean, I've got a million questions.
And there's a whole
Right.
bunch of other things that go besides the protein.
Because
Yeah.
it's not only for weight loss, like where Freddie's trying to control his blood sugar, there's people like me that are trying to control menopause and being 56 and thyroid disorders and working from 9 to 9, right? So we
Yeah.
all can use these products. It's not just
Yes.
for diabetes.
No, it's not. It's actually, think about it as a foundational program, okay? And I'm not like, I don't get into the paleo, the vegan, the keto, because when you're giving your body the blocks of success, everything seems to take care of itself, okay? The mineralization, the chlorophyll, everything what the superfoods have to offer the human body. So, this is a lifestyle program. And when you engage with your body with this foundational, the, how do you call it? The
You build
Garden of
blocks.
Eden. If you eat from the garden, more often than not, sickness goes the other way.
I gotta tell you, one of the things that you don't know when you're in this business, and Sally will attest to this, because when you're in this business, your energy level has to be up to perform.
Your mental energy.
It's a performance that
Yeah.
we do, and you know it when you go on the air and you do your show. And you were here the other day, and we had to do 3 deals. You did the taping, you did your show, you did our show, and you were tired. And she said, I'm tired. And it happens. It happens in this
Actually, I was
business.
just thinking, because again, I don't believe in coincidences. And here, I'm a little
You
bit
get
tired
hungry.
because I've been doing the book, and I'm eating chocolate. I had some crackers of some kind, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm pretty well. I eat okay.
Sure.
But when I get to that energy, I need it, then I'll start doing things that I know I shouldn't be doing.
Right.
I'm finding this so interesting.
Oh, listen.
I'm meant to be here because
see-
I shouldn't eat all this chocolate
Yeah,
again.
and it's great that you're saying that because, you see, consciously, your body wants something to thrive.
So
and,
why not-
and we're taking something that's really going to give a short lift, of
Right.
energy.
Right.
Whereas Liquid Sunshine over here, it gives you that energy.
So it doesn't actually. Oh, I wanted to ask you this, but I'll do it on the air. So it doesn't replace. It replaces a meal like breakfast
Not
or
necessarily.
lunch.
I mean, I make quite of an awesome shake. I just made you just the power shake at home. I'm adding the power shake to, some water with an avocado, and I'm kind of blending it up. But I recommend that people just start with the power shake. But, it's about 150 calories, but
That's really not a lot.
No, but nutrient-dense calories. Okay,
That's different.
It's the nutrient-dense calories that the human body wants. Like I could live on this for the day. I do eat food, lots of salads, lots of really good wholesome stuff. But for you, for an energy drop, okay.
Yes, because I eat healthy, but then I go and ruin it. I see the chocolate there, and I see
Right.
the
Like if I want
But you
something
make it
sweet,
sound so good,
if I
that
want
chocolate.
something sweet, I'm going to be making a shake.
That's what I think I'm going to
Doesn't
do.
chocolate sound so much better with a British accent? The
It
chocolate.
does. I like the way you say
Chocolate.
The
chocolate.
chocolate. It's like a chocolate.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with chocolate. There's high quality chocolates too, because chocolate is good for the microbiome. Believe it or not, not Hershey's, but
Yeah,
a
but I
good-
can't
a higher
have
quality.
that. As a diabetic, I
Right.
can't have even one little chocolate kiss. I can't do it.
Do you have that for breakfast, the power shake, or you have? Chanel, what do you do for breakfast?
So I do this for the first thing in the day. I take a biomedic, which helps to get rid of the toxins, and then I do my shake. But I
Which
actually
shake?
eat this power shake
Okay.
right here.
The
There's
power-
also a wonderful
Oh, yeah.
protein shake for collagen, which I do as well.
Mm.
But then oftentimes I will eat breakfast. I'll eat a poached egg, or I'll eat spinach, or I'll eat greens. I do eat, and one of the things I wanted to mention in all of this, and Freddie, thank you so much for these compliments, is that this is naturally becomes part of what you do. All of the comments I'm hearing is something that involves change. The key to this success, because change can be scary for people. People don't know how to start and how to keep it going. But it's when you infuse it into who you become and what you do that the true success happens.
Right.
The true sustainability happens. So for myself, I do a shake in the morning. I eat a very hearty, good meal midday, some nice healthy snacks in between, and I generally do many days a week a second shake at night. And it seems to be enough because
So you don't eat dinner. Your meal
am-
is midday.
My meal is midday.
That's
for
what
the
Ian was
most
saying
part.
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not even as if I feel like I have to. My body just naturally craves it.
Well, maybe
And
that's
I
what we were
want
talking
to.
about
Yeah,
today.
I'm thinking about changing up from what I'm hearing because I normally I have a shake, a different shake that I take, and then I will fast and have another shake around 3 or 4 o'clock, and then I'll have a meal. But my problem is my nighttime meal, which should be no later than 7 o'clock.
Right.
And the doctors have told me this. They told me to stop drinking coffee after 2, and they told me to eat my meals by 7 o'clock. And that's sometimes very difficult in here because
Because we're
as you
here
can
till
see-
9.
and there's things going on. It's not like I'm sitting somewhere that I can have a meal.
Yeah, sipping
But-
on a power shake would be ideal for you.
Well, I'm thinking maybe
Yeah.
the power shake becomes the evening meal, and I do something in the afternoon to see if that works. You see, I have a dual problem because I had to lose the weight. I know that. I made a bet with my doctor, and I won the first round. I think I'm going to win the second round because I'm going to drop down to 200. That's my. Let me get there, and then we'll decide what to do next. And I'm close. And then I have the sugar. And the sugar is my enemy right now. And sugar sometimes has a lot to do with stress, has a lot to do with workload, has a lot to do with mental anguish, it has a lot to do with what you're eating and digesting. Because I'm, like he said, a filter. So it's interesting how some of the programs now, they don't let me eat fruit like I used to. I can't have a handful of grapes anymore. You got to count those as points. It's the way we do it. So there was different things that I have to try, and this is why I was asking you, when you take the shake, how you take the shake is vital, at least for me, because it seems like my Dawn phenomenon, it figures that your name would be that, happens from 3 to 6 in the morning, because I've gotten up in the morning and taken my sugar, and I can see the numbers rising.
Mm-hmm.
So something is occurring from 3 to 6 in the morning, and I've done the shot of tequila. That actually worked, but you can't walk around
3
drinking
a.m.
a
you're
shot
taking
of
a
tequila.
shot of tequila.
I've done the vinegar, mother, whatever that thing
Apple
is.
cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar.
I tried that. That didn't work. So that 3 to 6. So I have to be lower on my way to bed because
Yeah.
the 3 to 6 is going to raise itself. But nobody seems to understand why.
Chanel, your blood sugar, I will need to address the blood sugar. You said you had high elevated blood sugar.
It was so elevated that my doctor actually didn't know how I was sitting there. And I had no idea. I thought that the fatigue I was feeling, tired every day, I didn't know these were all signs of it. I just thought it was normal.
And now how is your blood sugar?
My blood sugar is totally normal and in check.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
And
again,
I should
consistency.
tell people that are wanting to know where to get this. I mean, iShopPurium.com. They've given a code, reinvent, in honor of this show.
The letter I, shop Purium. We'll put it on the screen.com. Reinvent is the code, and you get a percentage off.
Yeah, you get $50 off, or if it's greater, you get 25% off. So
Greater of the two.
it's really an amazing system, but what I love about it is it's not a one size fits all. You really can tailor this thing to yourself.
Yeah, and if I could add, think about the concept of a toolbox for health. I mean, for example, I'm an athlete. I have my pre and post workout from the product line. What you're seeing here is part of our foundational program because everyone needs a foundation. It doesn't make a difference who you are. Everyone has a gut microbiome that needs love and nurturing, and so do all your cells in your body, your cardiovascular system, your circulatory system, your adrenal system, your endocrine system, which is part of that. Think about the body as a shop, and the tools are the products.
Well, before we go to commercial break, and I'm going to ask you to make some up during commercial break so
Great.
everyone here can try it. If someone were to pick 3 products, because I know you have a full array of product line, I don't want to overwhelm anyone, what would be the first 3 to start with?
The first 3 to start with would be the Power Shake, which is the nutrient-dense component, the Biomedic, which I think
We'll have
is in
in the other room.
room.
We'll show that.
That's to support your gut microbiome, really, really important. And then the last product would be our Apothecary, which is the Mount Morency tart cherry concentrate that helps the body get into the deep, restful state of sleep, as well as anti-inflammatory.
You take that at night?
Yes, 2 tablespoons, 30 to
I
40
gotta
minutes.
tell
Now,
you.
what
do
about
every night.
cherries being high in sugar?
There's about
Just get closer to your
15
mic.
to, there's about 15 to 17 grams, but it's been my experience that for a diabetic, for example, there hasn't been that much of an adverse effect.
It doesn't spike.
No.
There are certain things you eat that
Can
does not
level it out.
spike your sugar. It depends. It's a chemistry set, but
I know I have annoying questions, right?
no, not at all. They're wonderful questions. I think you should ask every single question because everybody that's listening out there is different. And he has not used the word cure. Nobody's talking about the word cure. We're not saying cure, but we're giving you a fighting chance. If I feel this way in the morning, can you imagine? Like, I'm supposed to walk in the morning.
I got to tell you, we're going to go to commercial break, but I love how excited you are, how good you feel. Last Friday, we're going to go to commercial break, you ate toast and eggs. You got here at 9 o'clock in the morning, and he was hangry, like, "Rrr." And he went out. You were here. He went out because he knew he couldn't deal with anyone. He came back, he had a shake. But for whatever reason, you're right, he crashed.
I crashed. And
Yeah.
I didn't realize it until I went through it. And you know, a good indicator that you're doing something wrong is your body, and it's how people also say, yo, because that wasn't me.
No.
That was not me. And I gotta tell you, and I'm not saying this because they're in the room, I say it, they're not. What the hell's in that thing,
We're going to
man?
go to commercial break. We're going to make some. We're going to let everyone try it. Lynn, Sally, and we're going to talk to Karen because she got to do Latin Hustle with Viviana. So
a
a
little
whole lot of good
surprise on
stuff.
that. That's
All right, give us a call, 888-994-4995. For these products, you can go to ishoppurium.com. Discount code is REINVENT, REINVENT. And we'll be right back.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days. All in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
If you served in the Marine Corps, by now you know about the contaminated water problem at Camp Lejeune. If you were stationed or worked at Camp Lejeune from 1953 to 1987, you probably have a lot of questions. We have some answers. You could be entitled to compensation. Billions of dollars are being allocated to pay for damages to anyone stationed at Camp Lejeune during that time. Unfortunately, it appears that officials may have known the contaminated water problem existed and did little to protect their men. The Semper Fi code was not honored. If you or someone in your family has developed a serious illness, including various forms of cancer, call this Camp Lejeune legal support line right now. You can't turn back the clock and change what happened, but you can certainly call right now and learn your rights as a Marine. Here's the number.
Call 855-993-2180. That's 855-993-2180. Again, 855-993-2180.
Are you compromising your medical care for doctors out of your network? Are you tired of dealing with referrals to see a specialist? Are you aware that you can save up to $155 a month on your Medicare premiums? You need an all-in-one benefits company that can help with all of your Medicare plan needs. Call today, All-in-One Benefits Group at 954-614-5488. We're here to find an all-in-one plan for you. 954-614-5488. Call today for open enrollment.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Tú quieres ser mi amigo. No puedo estar contigo, porque cuando te di mi pobre corazón, tú lo dejaste ir. Cuando llamaste ayer, la voz de una mujer exigiéndote me hizo comprender que sigues siendo el mismo. Y tú no sabes el dolor que llevo dentro del corazón, porque cuando te quise a ti, ir, no puedo ser tu amiga. No importa lo que digas, porque cuando te di mi pobre corazón, tú lo dejaste ir. Y tú no sabes el dolor que llevo dentro del corazón, porque cuando te quise a ti, tú me dejaste ir. amiga, porque cuando te vi, mi pobre corazón, tú lo dejaste ir. Qué bueno que te has ido, no eres enemigo. Pero recuerda bien que aquel que siempre da recibirá lo mismo. Recibirá lo mismo. Recibirá lo mismo. Lo mismo. Recibirá lo mismo.
We're gonna run on the set. Run on the set.
I've got a green tongue.
And we're back.
Look, is your tongue green? My tongue's green.
How do
It's
you
not like
feel?
Jolly Rancher green.
How do you feel?
I'm excited, I have to tell you, because you know my hands. You always say to me, why are you shaking?
Let me see your hand.
I'm only shaking a little bit. But it's because Sally says hypoglycemia. My thyroid issue, my Hashimoto's, I go up and down. So I try to manage food, and then I graze all day before we go on air at 12. And then we don't eat again until 3 or 4.
How much did you drink?
Just a half a cup. But if this can help level out all of that,
But how do you feel?
I feel great.
It hasn't hit yet. It'll sneak up on you.
I'm excited about all the products. You know what? I'm not like hyperventilating right now. So the fact that that calmed my nervous system.
That's right, because you can't take nothing.
The fact that Freddie and I have a rule: I don't ever try anything while I'm on set because I've tried things.
Even CBD.
I've
oil.
run out the door. I end up sick. I can't finish the show, and he's like, I can't ever try anything in the middle of a show." But
this
so
though,
far,
is
so
different.
good. I feel good.
Really?
I'm not like
No jittery.
no. I was jittery before the show, and Sally will tell you. She told me I had to. You heard me start. I have to chill out. It actually mellowed me out that quickly.
Dawn, I've had Hashimoto's, and this has been life-changing for me. Like,
That's amazing.
completely balanced.
You know,
That's
people don't
amazing.
realize Hashimoto's a thyroid disorder. They'll look at me and say, "You don't look like you have thyroid disease."
Right.
But I work really hard not to suffer from it on the outside, but on the inside, your body is doing what it's.
Yeah.
You're playing with hormones all the time.
Yeah.
Your thyroid hormones, I mean, and then forget the other hormones. That's all another.
If I could just add to this too, you know, we 21st century humans, okay, like this human body that we live in, it's, you know, hundreds of thousands of years old, okay? So 21st century syndrome, Hashimoto's, all these conditions are 21st century conditions. If you look at going from the 19th century to the 20th century, you know, a lot of these conditions weren't really prevalent, okay? So you got to really take care of this human form, and when you do, you're going to start experiencing what you just shared, you know. And then don't you want more of that?
It's amazing, and I really want it for Sally because we've got all different age groups in the studio. I mean, Karen's in her 30s, and we hit every generation all the way up, right? We hit every decade as we go up in the studio. I'm old. You're not old. You're just another. You're not 30,
Well,
right?
let's take it in levels at the beginning. Did you
How do
like
you
the
feel?
taste? No, not even go there.
How'd you taste?
How does it taste?
What I just had?
Yeah.
Beautiful. It tastes very, very, very tasty.
Come on, you're kidding.
No, really.
And it's funny because Lynn said something as well. He said that shakes are supposed to taste a certain way.
Well, I'm always used to shakes being either chocolate or vanilla. And they have something.
Is your mic on, Lynn?
Turn your mic on, Lynn.
See if your green light's on.
To have something that is that's green and has protein in it. That was the first thing that blew me away. Like, are you sure there's protein in this?
How'd you
Because
like
it's
the
green.
taste?
It's not white or brown. Because I'm so used to the idea of a protein shake being white or brown,
Right.
Vanilla or chocolate. But this tasted really good, and it not too sweet, not too bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Just a very pleasant taste, and it didn't feel like you were drinking grass.
Right.
Back to
Lawnmower
Freddie's
is not
comment
fun.
earlier.
Well, it's funny because that's the first thing when I saw "Don't Hand Me the Cup," I said it's green. Here comes
talked
the
about
grass,
this, right?
but
Yeah.
it did not taste like that at all. It tastes like apples.
It looks like it tastes like grass, but it does not. It's
Yeah.
very good.
It
I
does
mean,
not.
my wife
It
and I,
would be a tremendous.
we've done many, like, shows, people come to the table, and for someone who's a regular American, standard American diet, the green drink looks ominous. They're like, oh, let me see. And then they go like this, and all of a sudden I see their eyes.
Look.
And they're like, I can do this. So if I could get 6 salads into my fellow American on a daily basis and it's palatable, super winning.
The other thing people don't realize is you go to order a salad, you're not eating a salad, right? If you're getting the nutrient-dense lettuce, like romaine, you're good.
Right.
But then you put on all the other stuff. You
Right.
put on the bacon, you put on the blue cheese, and you put on this,
Yeah.
and then you put on a side of dressing. You're better off having a grilled chicken breast or even a hamburger sometimes if you eat meat than all the fat in the salads because they're not really healthy. It just happens to be a meal on lettuce that you pick everything out and you never eat the lettuce anyway.
Yeah.
It's
But
funny.
this is a shake, makes it easier.
You know, you come in here and you say, "Hey, I had me a Cobb salad."
If what did I tell
and,
you?
and the balloon, I felt like that Chinese balloon that was blown out of the sky.
I tried
'cause
to be gentle.
No, please. She says all the things that I added, and she's looking up at the numbers, and half of the stuff that I put on it, I shouldn't have had it. I was better off just having green leaf lettuce with a little bit of.
Right.
But then you need food with that.
Well, again, you got to be smart about what you inhale, because if you're not smart, then it doesn't matter what you take, you're not going to be healthy. Consistency. This is why I am so
right.
amazed at what you've done. Consistent, consistent, consistent. And you stay the course. Otherwise, you would have given up on this and moved on.
You know, the funny thing is you're hyper from it. I'm calmer from it.
I'm hyper, but I think it's because I've mixed it with the chocolate that I was
But
eating.
I think it might, with the products
It hasn't
must
hit
feel
her
good.
yet. Her metabolism is a little bit
And I
different.
think the products
will.
target
It will.
everybody
I
the
feel
way
it.
your body needs it to target.
Yeah.
So it's going to be different. Like, I'm excited to try the beet juice you told me.
Oh, don't get me started about can't beat this. You just can't beat it. Okay, it's actually called Can't Beat This. It's part of our pre and post workout. I don't go anywhere in the world without my beet juice, especially time zone change. It's really helpful.
Is it a drink or a
It's a
capsule?
drink. It's a red drink, but it has beets, it has coconut water, it has adaptogenic herbs that actually help with adrenal stress, aerobic activity, adrenal stress. It has a little caffeine from yerba mate and organic green coffee bean, not cooked coffee bean, two different things. Not that there's anything negative with a cooked coffee bean, but more flavonoids, more of the green aspects of coffee are in there. And then you have great adaptogens. You know what an adaptogen is? It helps the body adapt to stress. So rhodiola rosea, Erythrococcus ginseng. So it's a great pre-workout, okay? Like my wife says, Ian, I think it's time that you just go somewhere because my energy is like crazy on Can't Beat
I
This.
think he's always like, is he always like this, Viviana? Was the show, I don't want to interrupt you, but I need
Sure.
to find out how the Latin Hustle went because you were able to talk about all of these products with Karen on the
Yes.
Latin Hustle. We did not even prepare this. You
Mics
did not
are on?
know. We sort of just threw you into it.
Yeah, it went great.
It was
We had a
good?
great time.
Yes.
Yes.
They're like soul sisters from Colombia.
Well, I was talking to her, and she was talking about she knows the products very well. She knows how they work and everything else. And one of the things lacking in the Latino community is that we don't learn to turn healthy. You
Yeah.
gotta understand, we're in survival mode as a Latino. You eat your rice, you eat your beans, you put a banana on there, which is called postre, which it makes it feel like you're having your dessert at the same time you're having your meal.
Put a plantain on top of it.
Plantain, yes, and then you put some Russian dressing on it. I mean, you know, you just go all out. But I was explaining to her how important it is to get that message out there that there is another way.
Karen, what did you think?
Yes, I was really impressed by the products, and what we were talking about was the core four, how Viviana was saying she recommends people starting off with like the detox program aspect, you know, just to get their body adjusted, and the information she was saying was really important for us to learn about.
I'm glad you got to share it with your community as well.
Yes.
Well, I've asked her to do once a week on the screen to talk to the Latin Hustle, so the two of them can talk health, and then we'll
That's
bring in a
awesome.
third.
Oh, you're going to do it
person.
virtually?
Yeah.
Nice.
From
Oh, that's so
Orlando.
winning.
From
That's
Orlando.
great.
Perfect.
She doesn't know it yet, but thank you for playing.
Oh, is that what you just said?
Sorta. And she says, yeah, I would love to do it. But I think it's really important for the Latino community to understand what this is all about. And I've talked to my diabetic friends, I've talked to people at the FAU clinic. The Latin culture, because they don't know the English culture, they just sort of follow the bouncing ball. But if you educate them and you educate them correctly, you have a shot.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you something, Latinos lead the way in diabetes. I just buried my nephew.
No, I'm so
And
sorry.
his diabetes was over 600.
He was 39.
Yeah, you know,
39 years of age.
I want to tell a quick story. You know, a dear friend of mine, Kathy Agata, she's no longer with us, but she got 7 more years of life because she called me. She goes, Ian, my blood sugar's 450 in the morning. You know, send me that 10-day transformation, which is now the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And I said, absolutely.
Is your mic on, Ian?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. You know, she was a incredible mentor to me. And I was like, I'm going to send this to you. And she started the program. And on the 5th or 6th day, her blood sugar normalized to, I think, 110, 115.
Wow.
And, you know, she lived another 7 years of life. So, you know, what we're talking about here is really a gift. Okay, because if you're recreational with your health, more often than not, you're going to get a recreational disease.
Yeah.
So be an asset to yourself. And, you know, this is my purpose and my passion. And we're not like just selling products here. I mean, it's really important that people realize your potential and the quality of time that you could have here on planet Earth with your family and friends.
And I want to address, I don't want to talk about how much things are, but price point. We've talked for years about being proactive on your health versus reactive and going to the doctors and medication.
Right.
If you think about what you spend at every restaurant you go to every night of the week, you think about some of the bad things that you put in your body versus investing in your health and stabilizing your blood sugar, eating healthy throughout the day, not having the crash at night. Hopefully, in however many years down the road, you're not going to doctor visits, you're not having surgeries, you're not dealing with $200 insulins that you're waiting for the government to lower the price. You're paying for a better lifestyle. You're being proactive instead of being reactive and being sick on the outside.
Right.
So when we look at prices on everything, people go, I can't. Rethink that thought, reframe it, and say, but I can, and I'm going to live a healthier lifestyle.
Because you're spending it anyway.
You got to spend
Right.
it now or
You're
later.
spending it anyway.
Right.
And we have
It's-
a old saying called lips don't lie.
Right.
You know, if you're going to talk the truth, because you spend a lot more money eating junk than you do eating something you should. And you know what? I will bet your life on it.
Lynn, how'd you like it? How do you feel?
I loved it. Yeah, I feel good. I'm still just shocked that it had protein in it.
It doesn't taste green.
It was green and it had protein in it. That's a whole new experience for me.
Yeah, and just to let you know, because referencing the protein, spirulina is 60% protein. Spirulina was the green food of the indigenous peoples, the Mayans, the Aztecs, you know, the Incas. They ate spirulina. Okay, so spirulina, you know, even though that's not protein specific, it's more of like a whole food plant-based shake, a nutrient-dense shake, but it does have spirulina, which gives it the protein. So it's pretty awesome.
All right, give the code again and all the information.
The
Chanel.
code is
It's ishoppurium.com, and the code is reinvent. That's ishoppurium.com, and the code is reinvent.
So for example, if you go on and you want to buy this power shake, you're going to get $50 off that bag, your first bag, to try it out. You got nothing to lose.
Highly suggest you do it. I'm going to tell you. Highly suggest start, even if you want to just start with the shake, and then you move on. And the other thing is that they're available. They come with the package.
Yes.
That's important.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to talk to somebody who's walked the walk and lived by this product. And if you don't believe me, you can go, you can see her website and the pictures and everything else that you post.
Yeah.
She's been down the road, And you can't say nothing. Lips don't lie. I remember we used to say that all the time. And she will tell you the truth. Start with the shake. And if it works for you, call us.
What I love
Let
is
us
it's easy
know.
to keep in the studio. It's easy to keep at your place of work, at your cubicle, wherever you're working, to know that you don't have to run out and get McDonald's. You
Right.
said fast food. It's the fastest fast food. All you need is water.
Yeah.
Yeah, healthy
And
fast
that's
food.
the difference. Water, no coconut this, no almond that.
No.
Water is a difference maker for me.
Yeah.
Because water is always
So
available.
imagine mixing with water instead of the extra
That's what I mean. Instead of the milks, let's go to
I'm
the
so
water.
glad you guys are here.
I'm gonna
And
tell you, if this
please
thing works
send-
like that,
Please send any questions you have.
absolutely. Call them.
Info at thereinventedlife.com. I'll respond with my phone number, everything. Whatever it takes, because this is my life's passion, to help other people create results.
And she flew all the way from Los Angeles to be here, from
I
California
am
to
so
be
glad you guys are here with us. We started a little late, so I'm going to run a little bit over because I have to check in with Sally and Lynn on the other side of the studio. Ian and Chanel are still here, so any questions you can always give us a call, 888-994-4995. But we have to check in with our resident spirituals over on the other side there. How are the angels today?
Hello.
How was your meeting today? Where are we with the book?
Yes, we're kind of wrapping it up a little bit now, aren't we? We're coming to the end.
Yeah, we were discussing what elements we want to close the book out with, and all of the different people and quotes and what Sally's message from her heart is to the readers of her book and her audience of her show and the people that follow her work. And so we still have a little more to do, but we're getting close to the point where I get to take all of this information and break it down and put it into, kind of merge two books together and create one cohesive story that is the story of her life.
Sally, you going to
I'm
talk more
excited.
about astro projecting, or are you going to talk more about visions?
A little bit of everything that's happened to me. Not like my first book, which was basically about my traveling, astral projection, which now I know is UFOs too. But we're going to take a little bit of everything that I find that I've condensed basically into this lifetime. And it's been an eye-opener for me too, because talking is kind of like you've been my therapist in a way.
Yes.
But, you know,
I have a client who's actually been a psychotherapist for 55 years, and he calls me his book therapist.
You know, it's really funny because you're rewriting this book, right? And you've met all of these different people that have come in here, and they're sort of adding all these different tidbits to what they're doing together. And I mean, he's helped you. I heard a rumor you're gonna, Linda, you're gonna help Linda put her book together as well?
Yeah, so I'm waiting for her to finish putting it all in electronic form. And then once she does that, then we can edit it. And I'm bringing Louise into the world of editing with me.
Nice.
And so that will make it possible for us to continue the editing work. By the end of this year, I'm retiring from what I call the full book journey. And I have books of my own that I need to write as I continue my work and create my legacy for when I get to the end of the road.
I love that. Chanel, I think you need to write a book.
And you better hurry up because he's going to retire.
Better hurry.
Sally, what's the message that you want to share with everyone?
Basically, and we were talking about that, nothing is coincidence again, because we were just saying that, which I want in my book. I've experienced a lot. It came very fast to me. I did not know that I knew all these things, but having had someone who helped me on my journey, it's very important, because had I have not had Aldo, if people who know my story was here to kind of show me every step of the way what was happening to me, I don't know how I would have been able to even understand what was going on in my life at that point because I had so many different things happening at the same time. So I feel I definitely want to pass this message on to help people if they have questions, if they experience some of the things that I experienced, because I seem to have experienced a lot of different things. I'm here. They're not alone. And my message is you're not alone. You have help out there, because it's not like you're mentally ill, and I understand that too. You are experiencing these things and you think you're mentally ill. You're not. It's something that's happening to you. And if I can help people follow that and understand on my journey with what has happened to me, I'm doing my job that I'm meant to be doing here, basically. And I want to stay around a little bit longer. I'm getting older to pass this message on.
Leaving a legacy.
Well, it's amazing how you've touched a lot of people's lives. People ask for you. They ask questions. They come in. Linda came in, she wanted to meet you, you had a session and everything else. It's amazing how the last few weeks has shaped up. Again, giving path, giving choice, giving the different things that you can actually bring to the table, and then it all gets and blends together. And his wife didn't know she was going to even be on the show today.
See, because we talked, you'll see the show on Monday, you talked about how the studio gives choice, and I talked about how you never know who's going to come in at the right time. Both right answers, because she didn't know she was doing Latin Hustle today, because if we had told Viviana, she probably would have said no. But we didn't know either. We had no idea who was coming in today. And that it can make a difference for Sally and Lynn and for both of us. So you've touched everybody's life, so thank you.
But this place is definitely a meeting place for everything that's happening. I really feel that. I can walk in and, you know, just like anybody else, I can be having a bad day, but don't tell Steve that. And I come in here and everything is okay.
It's all going to be okay.
Well, we do a lot of shows in here, and what we've asked Bernie to do is to provide some people to come in and view the shows and to ask questions. I think that the next step of what we want to do is to be asking questions as the shows go on. Same thing with the show in California. We want to be able to ask questions. Talk about your health. You know, I was happy that I got to meet him. Ask on the air questions, because, you know, sometimes you do a show and it's one-dimensional, where you're saying, okay, check out my hand, and they're not allowed to ask how many fingers on your hand and what side is right. All these different things. It's important. So we're going to try to bring more and more people into the studio so that more of the people get to witness shows like we did last night. There was a lot of people in here last night.
A whole lot of fun. Well, thank you all for joining us. It has been a pleasure. Sally will be here again Monday for Call Me Zena. Any psychic medium questions, you can always reach out to her. Also for a free private reading at callmezena1111@gmail.com. Lynn's always here. And thank you.
Lynn does his
I
show
think
on
Lynn
Thursday?
does his show on Thursdays, but then he comes in to meet all these other great people that we keep bringing along the way.
He does. He knows everybody. And everybody wants to talk to Lynn about getting their book done. So I don't know. You're going to retire. We're going to have to come up with a plan B.
So check out the editor's desk.
I got 3 more for you.
Thursdays at 5:30, The Reinvented Life. Mondays at 5 o'clock, a special 1-hour edition coming to you this week. And the Latin Hustle every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. So a lot of great things happening. Tune in today at 3 o'clock for the Florida Love Show, spreading love, Valentine's style, throughout the community. Ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, you ready?
We'll see you Monday, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.